When a client has an injury claim, especially one that is only in the pre-litigation phase, meaning a lawsuit hasn't been filed, the medical timeline is really going to guide things. Now, there still is a deadline that we have to bring a lawsuit. In Louisiana and Texas, it's 2 years. In other states, it's different. But that's the outer bound of what we have to do. Many times, the medical timeline is going to be resolved before we ever have to file that lawsuit. Or we're going to know that the other side doesn't agree that they're at fault, and so we should just file the lawsuit sooner to bring that dispute in front of a judge or a jury. Regardless, once a lawsuit does get filed, then the legal timeline begins to dictate certain things. When a lawsuit gets filed, at least in Louisiana, there aren't deadlines that automatically get set as to when a trial is going to occur and when certain other things need to be done. We need to file certain papers with the court asking them to set those deadlines. And we'll do that, and we'll get what's called a discovery deadline when the exchange of documents, information, and taking testimony needs to be completed by. We'll get deadlines to file certain documents with the court after discovery is done, and then we'll get a trial date when we, on your behalf, will have an opportunity to present your case to a judge or jury and find out what they think you should be compensated, assuming they think that the other side was at fault. But oftentimes those timelines, the medical timeline, the legal timeline, they will move in tandem. It doesn't mean that when the legal timeline expires, meaning we go to trial, it doesn't mean necessarily that you may be all healed. A lot of times what ends up happening is at a trial or beforehand, we're presenting to the other side the future medical expenses, meaning we don't think you're entirely healed. And this is what the doctors are telling us you're gonna have to undergo, costs you're going to have to incur as you move forward in your life, because you're not going to be 100% by the time of a trial or some other resolution. So you shouldn't think that you'll never get to a trial if you're not all the way better. And you also shouldn't think that a trial or some resolution can't occur until you've completely healed. You should go to the doctor for as long as you feel necessary. Obviously, we'll guide you if we think that going to the doctor too much is going to eat up certain insurance coverage. So then you can decide whether it's more important to continue with the treatment and have it paid for out of your case, or whether you'd rather get compensated for your pain, your suffering, the medical treatment, and then use the money you receive to pay the doctors directly. Ultimately, it's your case, it's your choice, but our job is to advise you as best we can the pros and cons of your decisions and what your options are. So if you've been hurt in Louisiana, Texas, or anywhere else, and you need help, have questions, please reach out to us. The law firm is Rude & Law. Our website is getrude.com. The phone number is 833-GET-RUDE, which is 833-438-7833. And if you want to learn more about the trials and tribulations of getting hurt in Louisiana and elsewhere, then tune in to our channel where we'll be putting out more videos to help educate you and your peers about some of these troubles you may encounter, God forbid.